On the Bob and Becky Show, it's 9/11.
If this sound is part of your morning routine, you are in for a change. Bob Kelly reveals what's on his retirement agenda first, coming up next in Talk Back. With us tonight is a local broadcasting legend. You might not necessarily recognize his face, but boy, when you hear him talk, you will recognize his voice. This is Bob Kelly of WRQN 93.5, who is retiring tomorrow, last day on the air.
Hi, do you recognize my voice?
That's one of the many voices you do. Well, congratulations on your retirement.
Well, thank you, thank you. It was time. That's what I've told people. It was just time. We had a party scheduled to celebrate my 50th anniversary in broadcasting, and it turned out to be my retirement party as well, so it's worked out quite nicely. We already had the party. We already had the hall rented, so to speak.
Oh, wow. Well, walk us through a brief description of the different places you've worked during your career. Now, you actually introduced those old B movies here on
36,
Fox,
yes. On Fox 36 I did, before you guys got some real television programs, which you have now, incidentally. And my beginning career in broadcasting started sitting at Kent State University with my mother in orientation, and my cousin had been quite successful in broadcasting, and I saw a thing called radio speech, and I said, gee, I can imitate disc jockeys. Want to hear it? It's a big stack of black shellac and flat little friends with a hole in the middle and all that sort of thing, and so I signed up for radio speech, and the rest, as they say, is history, and I've been to every station but Sunoco since then. So.
How long have you been with WRQN?
1992, I think. They kind of all run together after 50 years. But I came to Toledo in 1965, and there were some Toledo legends named Bob Martz and John Gary who were riding around Ohio in their car looking for, and this is an exact quote, looking for somebody they could hire cheaply, clean up, and make into a star. And they happened to hear me on a little station in Canton, Ohio, and they hired somebody else, but that guy didn't work out, so they came back to me, and I came to town in November of 1965, WTOD playing rock and roll hits, and since then I've been at every station but Sunoco one time or another.
Oh my goodness, you just never know who's listening. Now, what do you listen to when you're not working? So many DJs are playing formats that aren't necessarily their own taste in music because that's what they were hired to do. What do you listen to on your time off?
What do I listen to? I listen to the sports stations a lot.
Okay.
And I listen to, what do I listen to? I listen to the sports stations a lot. Now that I think of it, that's about it.
Okay, interesting.
When you hear 4.5 hours of music a day, that's plenty of music, thank you.
I can understand that. Now, what are you going to be doing now that you're retiring?
Well, Monday, I'm sleeping in, and then I'm playing in a golf tournament for the Kids Unlimited out at Highland Meadows at 1 o'clock. And then Tuesday, my wife said the bushes needed trimming, so then I'm open for Wednesday. You got any suggestions? What do you want to do?
So what will you miss? What will you not miss?
What will I miss? I've met so many wonderful people, and not being a person who has ever been involved in controversial broadcasting or egging the audience on or whatever, it's always been a friendly relationship between the audience and yours truly. So I'll miss that, although I imagine I'll run into folks who say, Satan, you used to be Bob Kelly, something like that. But what do I miss and what won't I miss? What won't I miss is pretty obvious. Let's all say it together. Getting up in the morning at 4 o'clock.
I figured as much, yes.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully people will come out and join you at your retirement party at Fat Fish Blue.
What's it called again?
Fat Fish Blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've stumbled across that a lot of times myself.
On Friday evening, so they have to get tickets for that, correct?
Yeah, call Fat Fish Blue on Levis Commons on Friday night if you want. Dinner's a part of it. And speaking about fumbling a word or two, that was probably my most embarrassing time in broadcasting, was doing the Toledo Gold Digger games when they were sponsored by Bob Schmidt Chevrolet.
Got to be careful with that one.
Didn't often come out Bob Schmidt Chevrolet, and I'd try and stop me if I were you, Laura, before I did it again.
Yes, you are a class act. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And congratulations, Bob Kelly of WRQN retiring, and that is tonight's Talk Back.